Holy UFOs. What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I completely apologize. Anyway, guys, as always, real quick, we are brought to you by Cinescape Media. Check us out, cinescape.media. Lots of stuff going on over there. So, as always, please go ahead and check us out over there. So, I apologize. For those of you who tune into YouTube, you guys got to see the last episode on time. Those of you who subscribed through any podcast program, that is my fault. Apparently, when I had uploaded the video to the website as well as YouTube, the podcast program was not set to display this episode. Don't know how that happened, but it happened, and I realized it about a week or so after the episode had gone on air. I did put the latest, or I'm sorry, I should say, I put that one up about last week. So you're going to see two hopefully pop up soon. So I apologize again. I don't know how that happened, but it did. But enough of that. There is plenty of stuff going on with UFOs, but we do have, I found like one ghost story and a couple little cryptozoology stuff, but UFOs again seem to be taking over a lot of the news. So let's go ahead and get into it here. I'm starting to use Stream Deck here to hopefully make this a little more, a little easier for us. So here's the first video. We're going to go ahead and it starts here a little into the video. Of course, this comes from unexplainedmysteries.net as usual. This one, it shows what is supposed to be a ghost boy. It's a 14-minute video. It's in another language, so I'm not sure what's being said, unfortunately. But the video I want to have shown here. I'm curious if anybody's seen this. If you've been watching or listening for any period of time now, you know some of you may have already started reading some of this before these episodes come out. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. We'll mute it, but I'm gonna play it, and then we'll come back to it. But here's the clip now. And for those of you not watching, right now there is supposed to be a ghost figure at the end of this hallway. Now, and there it goes, and it goes away. That's pretty much all there is to it. That's the whole thing. Now, when we watch the video, he is running forward. He does turn, and this all appears to be a continuous shot. And where this figure was and where he runs to shows as though it's a room. So if it was possibly somebody, he's showing that they could not have escaped. So it brings credibility. It does look like one continuous shot. So there is that. Does the figure look a little too clear? I almost wanted to say that, but it made me think, is that even possible? Is that a thing? Like, are ghosts going to be always like fuzzy around the edges, or is it always going to be a shadow type figure? Like, is that always going to be the case? I mean, is there a possibility where, in this case alone, that you saw a pretty clear defined figure. Now, what's interesting is you can see some hair. You obviously see no face. It's just kind of blanked out, and it looks like you can see through what the face where I guess you should say where the face was. And then just this black outline. The other problem I have with the video that kind of is weird is the lighting. How he has the light and he points it up. Instead of continuing to stay directly on it, the light goes up and then it moves out of frame. So it's kind of weird. It does seem like something that could be set up. But like I said, the continuous shot, it looks like when he's at the back, he sees it, and then when it moves is when he runs towards it. It all seems to be one continuous shot. However, people that got very good editing could make something look like that. So, I'm curious if anybody's seen this. Like always, I'm curious if anybody's seen this one and what their opinion is on it. So, like I said, that's the only ghost story that I've seen, at least on here. And I haven't seen much ghost stories, but I mean, to be fair, I literally have just been kind of looking at a lot of UFO stuff. So we're going to do UFOs after. I want to show a couple, some cryptozoology news. So there's some articles that came out that I found interesting. The first one, of course, some more unexplained mysteries. This one's funny. Apparently, Russia has admitted they are staging Yeti sightings for tourism, which I found funny, but at the same time, it's like, did you really fuel everything? Can you prove you fooled everything? I don't know if the guy's maybe just trying to get some kind of fame from it, but I did find it kind of interesting. Like you can see here, one of Putin's guys, they call him a regional leader. I mean, we don't talk politics here. It's one of Putin's people. We'll just say that. And that's what it says in the article. But what I'm curious about, I don't know. I mean, there's not really curiosity. Do you really think this guy, and he's only saying between 97 and 2018 when he was governor is when he started to do it to drum up tourism. I can see it happening. It's kind of like, there's that one island with the treasure. There's a couple places that, you got to bring tourism. You got to bring money to your economy, your local stuff. I mean, I completely get it. Do you feel, though, that he was able to fool everything? Was he doing all of it? Or is this him maybe still trying to cash in on some of it? He's not a governor anymore, but is he still trying to cash in? I don't know. Who knows? Another one. This is kind of more in like these next three things that I'm going to show. It seems, and I don't know, lately I feel a lot of people are trying to turn nothing into something. Everybody kind of wants to be that first person's to discover or see things, right? And I mean, to be that person would be cool. I mean, I would be hyped as hell if I walked outside and I saw a UFO. Though in the wind right now, I don't know if a UFO can fly in this wind. Good for that, because it is brutal out there. But anyway, I think everybody's trying to start making something out of nothing. I know we've talked before about like thylacines and stuff like that, but here's one from Good Morning America in Britain. Ooh. Excuse me. As you know, I'm a father of 3 in the past 3 weeks, which is another reason why this episode's a little bit late. I've been to multiple hospital trips, sick children. It's been crazy. Enough of that. So here's the video. Oh, we're gonna view it. It's right back here, and you can see it zoomed up here, and I'm gonna pause it. There's many discussions and thoughts of what this could be. From this angle and this stopped picture, you can see its four legs. You see what looks like a tail and like a shortened face. To me, this face looks kind of like a hog. I don't know if they got them over there. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. But it looks kind of like a hog face. But then, it could just be a dog or some kind of. I've seen large cat. I've seen puma. But they're just saying big cat, and I'm not sure what they're trying to make this to be. Like it says here, it could just be a dog. You never know. But again, I think it's another one where they're trying to turn something out of nothing. These next two kind of take the cake on that one, though, I think, of people trying to be funny or do something. So I thought I'd share some more light, because it's definitely more stuff people doing. But I thought we'd review this one. And some of the things that I noticed that make me think that this really isn't anything more than just a faked video. We're going to mute this. It plays a couple times, so I'll let it run in the background. But if you noticed, you can see this dog. And this funky looking possible creature walking by. I'm not really buying it. They're saying the dogs are barking at it. There's, I think, one or two, or there's just the one dog, so I don't know why they're saying other dogs. Or there may be some in the background that are just sitting there. The thing to me, and I have a dog, and I don't know if anybody else has a dog, and if your dog does this, but for me, with my dog, I'm going to play it one more time, or it's going to play one more time. When I start to mess with my dog, he reacts the same way. So to me, this dog is acting like it knows the person is just doing something to play or whatever you want to say. But I'm really not buying that one, and I'm mostly going off of that, the dog. And then, as you can see, they're trying to call it this Lamona and saying the way it walks. It also kind of reminded me of the movie The Ring, where they could have got that. So if someone's faking this is pretty good fake. I'm not buying it just because. What's interesting is if you look in the back of when this video starts, is that humanoid figure, before it starts doing that, is kind of in the background and goes off screen and then comes back in screen, which is another one of those things I think we've talked about before. When stuff kind of just goes off screen and comes back in screen, it's kind of hard. I can get things coming off screen and on screen, though, but at the same time, there's a couple things with this video, so I'm not really buying this one. It's a good one. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below. But this one, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble really buying that one. So the last one we're going to show here comes from, of course, none other than Florida, where this lady, I guess you wouldn't even say this is cryptozoology. It was under the cryptozoology thing, but this lady wants to say she saw a dinosaur. And just because dinosaurs, why not? I thought it's another thing to me showing kind of matrixing when you want to see what you want to see. And again, this is Florida. And none of my family listens to this. So there's some of my family in Florida that I could see trying to say this. Love yous, maybe. So here's the video. And all you see is what looks like to be, I mean, it's just a dog. To me, it looks just like a dog. But the lady tried to say it looked like a velociraptor. And she admits maybe she's watching a little too much Jurassic Park. And I'm going to say that Jurassic Park was mixed with something else. Who knows? But that is definitely, I think, another good example of somebody wanting to make something out of nothing. So that's all the cryptozoology stuff I found. So we're going to go ahead and get into UFOs. And we're going to just kind of combine UFO news and talk to the end here. So I don't have a paranormal dad joke per se, but if anybody, I don't know how many people know about what Plex is. Plex is a media server. I run it. It connects to my TV. I can play my movies, TV shows, whatever to it. Sometimes it disconnects from the server. The TV does. And it does what I like to call playing wrong answers only. One of those things you see on Facebook and all that all the time where it's a picture and I tell you, give the wrong answer. One of the best things possible, I think, happened. And I thought it was hysterical. And just because it goes with our boys from Ghost Adventures, I thought I'd had to share this. So I took a picture of it. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'm sure you're laughing. Unless it takes you a second. But for those of you that are just listening through the podcast, what had happened was Plex displayed the picture for Ghost Adventures. Zach and Aaron and them. And in the bottom right-hand corner, it is showing Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Now, guys, no offense. I love you. I love Ghost Adventures. I mean, I would love to have you on as a guest, but I found this to be pretty funny. It's just a joke, but I had to share. I snapped a picture of it real quick as I was laughing, and I thought it'd be fun to share with everybody on here. So there's that. Again, I don't have a paranormal dad joke, but I have that. So next thing we'll go ahead and do. I didn't have my... I had an applause button lined up, but apparently I broke it. So it'll be there. I'll add it in post. Anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to finish this out here. And I got 2 articles. One, we'll start out with right here. This article was sent to me from our good friend Brandon. What's funny to me is at the top. Well, you know what? Maybe now that I'm kind of looking at this, I thought it was originally funny because it says May 10th on it, and May 10th obviously has not happened. But it's Talking Magazine, so maybe the May 10th version of the New Yorker magazine. This article will be in there. But obviously it came out today. So it's a really interesting article where literally for a long time, and we've talked about this plenty of times before, UFOs were not serious. This article goes into how the government got over the taboo of aliens being a joke and really jumped into it. Now, we know one of the things, though, I mean, it does start out talking about Mr. Greer, which we've kind of discussed before. Some of his, I don't know, indiscretions in regards to the whole field. And, he's got some good stuff, but some of the stuff seems like it's just I don't know, you want to call it money grab and things like that. But it's a really good article. I'm going to have the link for it. I suggest everybody read it. I found it to be a really good, fascinating article. And I mean, it's not a short article. So do make sure you have time. I'd say I think it took me about 20 minutes or so to read, but I mean, I was really kind of focusing and trying to do it. I'm not going to do, I mean, it goes up until now with President Obama and everything is, you can see it right here. So, what I might do is I'll write up maybe a short summary of how I feel about this article, but I did want to bring it up. I do suggest everybody read it. So, if you guys know the Cinescape.media website, I'm looking to maybe start doing some blogs and probably try and review some of these articles because they're very long articles, and I know some people don't have the time. So I'm going to do a small write-up on this article. You'll see it on the website, hopefully within the next few days, as long as another one of my children decides not to end up in a hospital for one reason or another. So I will definitely get that out to you. But if not, I definitely suggest you guys read the article. Again, link will be in the description below. So the next one, and I found this to be interesting, none other than Mr. Sean Harrigan, from Cinescape Media had sent me a screenshot of this too. But the forthcoming report from the Pentagon, I still haven't found an actual date, but this is coming out soon. And there's a lot more talk of UFOs going on again. And we'll make the plea again to Elon Musk. I know we shared your graphic last time, and I completely agree with you that people with bad cell phones quality and all whatever else, there always seem to be the ones capturing this kind of stuff. If you fund it, I will make it happen where we get cameras in the right places to catch this kind of stuff. I, again, 100% agree that we're not getting the quality videos that we should be getting. But we can't dismiss the fact that the UFO's looking into it. There's plenty of other things going on. And now, politics aside, don't like the person aside, Tucker Carlson apparently had a Pentagon whistleblower. And they're talking about this failure is on the level of 9/11. That's a pretty bold claim, I would say. But I feel, I mean, he might be right. There might be more. We all know we've been waiting for more, and we're begging for more. Not fake, but give us more. We know it's there. I can get real hyped up about this one. Just because I really feel we're so close to getting more of the truth because it's so rampant lately with more people coming out. We talked about Baker Mayfield, the football player, coming out and talking about it. A lot of people lately have been coming out. So I feel it's more of this, the truth has got to come out because we're getting way too much information out there. I did have another buddy send me some more UFO stuff that I have to kind of dig through before I can share it and make sure I know what it is first. I don't want to just, I kind of want to vet it myself. So I found, I guess back to this Tucker Carlson, it's an interesting short little clip. I suggest, watching it if you haven't. As always, I suggest you guys watch anything if I put it up here and just constantly keep reading. We shouldn't be pigeonholing ourselves into getting our information from just one source. And I say this about everything because that seems to be what happens anymore. If there's more, if we can keep reading more information and more accounts of people seeing the same thing, multiple reports kind of help solidify a sighting, right? It's not just one person who you can say was, drunk or whatever, and they did this, and no, they're just making things up. No. And the fact, like I said, the more things that come out, We have the UFO report that's supposed to come out. We have, and what's interesting to me is, why are the UFOs always around nuclear sites? And that's another thing we've talked about a couple times before. So the fact that those two kind of line up, we're not going to say aliens right off the bat, but a lot of the governments, I think at this point, somebody I feel would have been like, yeah, it's us. Like, because everybody wants to take over, right? Like, everybody wants to be in power. So if some of these countries had this, I think they'd be making a bigger point of, it's us. But no one's claiming a responsibility. But maybe that's a tactic. Who knows? I still feel there's aliens. I still feel there's no way possible in the infinite of space are we alone. There's no way. And I mean, that's just how I feel, and it's just how I know a lot of people feel. And before I continue to rant on, I'll go ahead and stop. I know this episode has already gone a little more than 20 minutes, which is what we've been going lately. But guys, I hope you're continuing to enjoy these. Like I said, the what I almost forgot the name of the video. The video with the repeating number stations, we're almost ready to release that. I think, like I said, I'm trying to get it. It's either going to be this week or next week. Hopefully, I should have it out next week. The research is done. I just kind of got to record it. And I want to make sure I have some good visuals. I'd like to make this an actual well-produced video, more than just me kind of talking to you guys and giving opinions and things like that. I do have a thing. I think I can I'll put a post, or I'm going to put a poll out on social media. I'm curious if you guys would be interested. I haven't got much feedback of it yet, but I'm curious if we did some live streams, maybe Friday nights, 10 Eastern, maybe 11 Eastern at night, and we do things such as paranormal evidence review, whether it's UFOs or ghosts, and maybe some paranormal memes. Do a little segment on paranormal memes that are out there. I've seen a few that I thought were pretty funny. I'll save the one that I saw that kind of triggered the idea for the segment if we decide to do it. So go ahead and give me your comments below. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. It's already 2:30 a.m. where I'm at. Like I said, lots going on lately. So appreciate you tuning in. As always, check out the social media links. You'll see them below. Click the subscribe button if you're on YouTube, or go ahead and subscribe on your podcast. Other than that, guys, I appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.